What if I told you that the things your brain has tricked you into thinking you need to be happy, professional success, wealth, dream home, movie star beauty, aren't actually what you need? I spent 30 years figuring this out, and I'm going to save you decades of time, missed opportunities, and suffering in the next 10 minutes. Those tangible goals, the dream job, the huge bank account, the magnificent home, and looking like $1 million, those are things that your brain has tricked you into thinking that you need. What magazines, TV shows, and social media tell us will make us happy and finally feel successful, like you've won the game of life. Our brains learn quickly, and they relentlessly remind us of those goals every day. But here's the thing, a successful life is one that's filled with happiness and meaning. And here's the truth that I wish I had known earlier. There are 3 people you need in your life to reach those goals. Hi, I'm Lindsay. Welcome to my channel. Here are the 3 essential people that you have to have in your life for a life filled with happiness and meaning. First person is a true best friend. A person whose happiness you care about as much as your own. Sharing what happens in your life with them feels 1,000 times better than sharing it on social media. That individual connection is priceless. Now, if at all possible, find them early. It's a wonderful experience to be able to journey through life stages together. I completely lucked out. I left for college with the view of welcoming new experiences and meeting new people, unsure whether childhood friendships would last. And thank goodness I kept in touch with that sweet girl who came up and introduced herself to me on my first day at a new school in a new town in 8th grade. That was 33 years ago. Groups of friends are great too, but responding to a group text or even meeting up with the crew just doesn't compare to the one-on-one connection that you can have with your best friend. So identify the one person who you consider to be your closest companion and thinks the same way about you, and put effort into maintaining that relationship. Call them at least once a week, at a minimum. I set an alarm every Thursday morning just as a reminder, just in case we haven't spoken yet that week. If you're fortunate to live near them, see them often. If not, make travel plans to get together at least a few times a year. That connection provides meaning. That connection builds inner strength, and that connection is a major source of happiness. I am eternally grateful for my best friend for being such a huge part of my health and happiness, and I tell her that all the time. I'm going to share this video with her as soon as it's posted. Second person is a life partner, one who you really got to know well before committing to each other. Ideally, live together if that works with your belief system. Travel together, endure ups and downs together until you know that they're the one. You should share common beliefs and values, share goals and little preferences. Talk through the big choices, things like kids, if so, how many, and family traditions, retirement plans. Also identify relationship-killing choices. So for example, my husband and I said early on, if either of us ever started smoking, that would be it. I was raised in a family with 2 smokers in the home, and it was pretty torturous to me. No judgment if you're a smoker, that's just my bag, that's my story. There's more to it. The main point here is get to know each other well. There were times when I thought, gosh, do we need to rush this along and make a decision already? Everybody else seems to be getting married now. And I never should have spent a minute worrying about that, because investing the time and being thoughtful about your decision makes a world of difference for your future happiness. Now, you don't have to date for nearly 10 years like we did before getting married. That was more a function of both of us seeking higher education and schools not matching up until near the end of our training. Fortunately, we met quite young, but regardless of when you meet, take the time to really get to know each other before committing. But I do recommend the 6-month check-in. So once you're in a serious relationship, do a mental check-in every 6 months or so. Is this someone that I can actually see myself being with for the rest of my life? Do they feel the same way? If not, it's time to move on. Once you find them though, make that commitment. Having a life partner who you adore, who acts as another best friend, who makes you want to be a better person and supports you through all of life's challenges is a powerful gift. so cherish them. The third person who can guarantee a life filled with happiness and meaning is a parent who loves and supports you while both showing you through their own actions and gently guiding you towards becoming a wonderful person, and who ultimately becomes one of your best friends, your closest confidants and trusted advisors. If you don't have that experience, don't worry. I'll get to that in just a minute. It's been 3 years this month since I lost my dad to skin cancer. He wasn't one of the smokers in the family. That left a gaping hole in my heart. And I heard a quote recently. It was actually from the TV show Virgin River. It was, "Grief doesn't ever get lighter. We just get used to carrying the weight." But to have had that experience with a parent was truly amazing. And it took me far too long to realize what a truly incredible gift having such an incredible father was. How much that impacted my youth and my development, my sense of self, and my sense of security, even as an adult, and what I felt capable of doing with my life. It also took me far too long to develop empathy for anyone not fortunate enough to have a parent like that in their lives, and the huge impact that that can make on your life. Because many people don't have that experience with a parent, and you can't change that, obviously. What you can do is do right by your own children and give them that experience. I believe down to my core that raising my kids is the most important thing that I will ever do in my life. And I strive to give my children the same experience that my parents gave me. You may have heard of unconditional love before. What I'm talking about is more than that. You can love a child always, but not treat them well. I prefer to use the term unconditional positive regard. This is a term borrowed from a therapist named Carl Rogers, and he used it to describe the therapist-patient relationship, whereas I like to apply it to the parent-child relationship. You need to show your child unconditional positive regard. Now, that doesn't mean that they can do no wrong. That means they can do wrong, and you will still love them and treat them with respect. You can help to correct their behavior. You can help them to do better the next time without making them feel bad about themselves. So you take the judgment out of it. Unconditional positive regard means separating your child's behavior or unwanted actions from your valuation of them. It means teaching and guiding without judgment and with constant support. That's how you raise confident and kind kids. That's how you set them up for success and happiness. If that parenting goal rings true to you, then consider subscribing to my channel. All my other videos are focused on parenting and helping to guide you to parent with confidence. Now, if you don't have children of your own to give this wonderful gift to, give it to another child. Perhaps you're an aunt or an uncle or a cousin. Maybe you're a neighbor or a volunteer at your local community center. Erik Erikson's famous theory of psychosocial development talks about stages or progressions that we all move through during our lives. You can successfully master the generativity versus stagnation stage through parenting, or by otherwise contributing to the community, benefiting our youth, and building a positive sense of yourself, bringing you happiness, bringing your life meaning. So there you have it, my 2 cents on the 3 most important people to have in your life for a happy and fulfilling life. I hope that you have that too, or find it soon.